Hey everybody, Ashton here from Without Code, and today we're taking a look at our Stacking Cards widget. As I scroll down the page here, we can see that this widget places your content in cards that stack as you read each card and continue to scroll down the page. It can be a way to show a lot of information in a small, tidy space. It's engaging for the site visitor and a really unique alternative to a slideshow. Now this could be great for portfolio projects, lists of services, or other features. And if you've used dynamic pages or the connected data feature with other widgets, I am excited to tell you that this widget supports connected data. Let me jump over to the builder so we can take a look at how this is set up. We're working with our digital store template here, and I've prepared an empty space down here under new arrivals that we're going to incorporate our stacking cards. Let's hop into our widgets panel. And down here from our media section, we'll grab the Stacking Cards widget, and we'll drop it into the row just beneath our header text. Now we can see a single default card sitting on our page, and inside the settings panel, we can easily add more cards by clicking here on Add Card. Let me click into our first one here and give it a new title. We'll go iPhone 12X for this one. And we can click on our image box here and add an image to the card. I'll go with this iPhone image here. And we can leave the default lorem ipsum text here, but feel free to type a custom description for the card right here. Now for our second one, let's do an Apple Watch Series 6. And we've got a photo for that one as well. And finally, let's add a third card and we'll put Mac Pro 2020. And add a final photo here as well. Now let's jump into the design section of the panel. I just want to touch on a few of these settings here so we can finish styling up our example. We have an option here for top offset. Now this setting sets an offset from the top of the page so that the top edge of the cards can be seen properly as they stack. Now the amount of offset you'll want to use will depend on the height of your header. You want the cards to stack below the header. So for now, let me raise this up to 100. Space between cards does exactly what it says, sets the spacing between the cards, and I'm going to leave that at 15 for now. Now let's jump into the card title styling section. Let's adjust our font to align with the template. We'll go with the B Vietnam font, and we'll drop the size down to 32. Now let's jump into the card button styling. It's important to note here that the widget will use global styling set for your site. So inside here, you can see that the button settings are already matching the site. So now we'll leave all other style settings alone, but the last thing we'll mention here is that there are padding settings in the card description styling section. Those padding settings control the spacing above and below the description area, in case you'd like more space between the description and the button, for example. Now let me give this a preview. And everything is looking and functioning smoothly. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this widget does work with connected data. So this is another option in addition to other widgets like gallery, list, map, and text widgets. Now, we're not going to get into detail on how to connect to collections in this video because this widget connects to data just like the other widgets do. I would suggest that you take a look at our Dynamic Pages video tutorial series and our extensive documentation for more on setting up connected widgets and collections. But in brief summary, you would just right-click on the widget and select Connect to Data, or click the gear icon here in the widget options, and then just connect it to an existing collection or create a new one. Now, one word of advice on connecting this to a collection. The widget is going to connect to your entire collection, so it's probably best not to connect this widget to massive collections with hundreds of items because it will automatically make a card for each item in the collection, and that could result in the user scrolling through a lot of cards just to get to the content on the page below the widget. So our suggestion is to link to collections that contain a reasonable number of items. So that just about covers it. Thanks so much, as always, for watching. Please enjoy this widget, and if you need any additional assistance at all, don't hesitate to reach out to us in support. Thanks again, and until next time, we'll catch you in the next tutorial. Cheers.